question I have posed, which is, how can I access my subconscious mind? This is important for a lot of reasons. Your subconscious mind holds the keys and all of the tools that you are seeking in this life. If you have a question you cannot answer that's just bugging you, it's eating at you, it's eating at your soul, where is it? The answer is, it's in your subconscious brain. Now, one reason I wanted to do this reading today, the last post I made, was speaking mostly about your shadow self and a message that your shadow has for you today. Well, your shadow is held within your subconscious realm. To meet and access your shadow, you have to figure out how to get into your subconscious in the first place, which I realize is a very heavy question. I've done this myself, so I promise I'm not talking BS. But there is a way to get in there. For me, it was meditation, hypnosis, self-hypnosis. For others, it may include other attributes. Everyone is different, and how to access your subconscious mind is, like I said, different for everyone. So today, if you will take some time and decide between our 3 piles here today, we have key with the number 33 and our rose quartz. We have the card man with the number 28 and our smoky quartz. And then we have stars, number 16, with some clear quartz next to it. So please take some moments, decide which pile calls to you, and we'll get right into the reading. Hello, pile 1, with my rose quartz, key, and the number 33 here. We're going to figure out how to get into your subconscious mind, okay? I have 2 oracle cards already picked out for you. I have not looked at them, so I'm not sure what they are yet, but I'm going to go ahead and start pulling your tarot first, and then we'll get into these oracle cards, okay? Ooh, struggling. So how can pile 1 access their subconscious mind? I'll pull a few more. Ooh. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse here, the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups in reversed, and then the Magician on the end upright over here. So pile 1, this is very interesting to me. It appears that you have 2 aces here, one upright and one in reverse. Aces are new beginnings, okay? It feels honestly like, I almost want to say your emotions are getting in the way. I'm a very emotionally driven person. I preach very highly about using your emotions to access a lot of things, to heal, to feel through things. But in this specific spread, and for you in particular, it looks like we need to be using your passion going forward. Wands are fiery energy. They're passion, motivation. It's like going fast, going forward, getting things done. And in this card in particular, let's see if I can show you up close, actually. In this Ace of Wands, you have this castle in the background and the ace up front. I think you've begun your journey here. You may know this already, you may not. But it appears to me that your journey has already begun here. If you're feeling blocked anywhere, while this might be an emotional blockage, I think it's more you might be using your emotions in a way that's not conducive to accessing this part of yourself. The Magician indicates you already have all the tools at your disposal. You know how to do this. And again, it may be subconscious that you know how to do this. It may not be a conscious thing. But I think if you just asked yourself, it's like we're being hasty here. The Knight of Swords in reverse is a hasty energy, okay? Especially when it comes to communication, communicating with yourself in particular, which is what we're asking about here. And it feels like we're trying to rush accessing this part of ourselves, or maybe when we're trying to, or if we go forward trying to, if we rush it, if we really try to go forward, just slam into it and go, why can't I access it? Why can't I get into that part of my brain? It's because you're rushing. You do need to use your motivated aspects of yourself to get there. But you don't need to be using your emotions, and your emotions may be getting in the way of it. And it feels frustration. I keep hearing frustration. You already have the tools to get there. You literally have key and the number 33 on your main card that you picked. You already have the tools in your hand. 33 also talks about a message about spiritual growth, okay? Your guides coming in to go, hey, we know you need this and want this. You can do it. You have to just ask to. It really does feel like you can just ask. Allow me to access my subconscious mind. Lay down. I don't know what you connect to. Let's figure out what you connect to by opening up some of these oracle cards, and I may pull a few more tarot, but let's see what the oracle have to say first. Okay. So we have graveyard and we have forest. Forest says, trust your compass. Graveyard, there is a song that bellows in the peace of knowing no end and acknowledging the crossroads of eternity. It really truly feels, and this card in particular talks about peace and acknowledging something that you can't control. The thing that may be blocking your subconscious, especially since we have the emotions in reverse, it's yes, an emotional block, but it's usually, I think it's due to your circumstances, honestly. If you're trying to control the things around you, you're not going to be able to have inner peace with yourself long enough to access this part of you. The only thing in your control is yourself. And with 22, the forest, trust your compass, that's your intuition. 22 is alignment. You're being called to step into what you know you can control, which is yourself. You have all of the tools at your disposal. The key is in your hand. At the end of the day, with this rose quartz here in particular, I really think the key here is self-love, self-acknowledgement, understanding that what you've been going through, what you have gone through, and what you will go through, to a degree is out of your hands. But what you can change is how you react to it. To access your subconscious realm, you need to first trust yourself. There's something that I told a friend fairly recently when they asked me, after doing their own meditation and being concerned that they made the whole thing up. They kept saying, I worry I made the whole thing up. I worry I just imagined it. Have you considered that your imagination is an incredibly powerful tool? Sure, pretend you imagined it. But what did you imagine? Because that holds the answers. Your subconscious is a tool, a really important one, because it tells you who you are at your core. It tells you what the problem is at your core. Maybe you imagined going into an elevator, going down into your subconscious. This is what I've done in the past. A transitionary tool. Give yourself a transitionary tool to get there. I have a friend who's used a boat. I used an elevator. You can use a car. What do you resonate with that will get you to where you need to go? Stairs, anything. Transition to your subconscious. Lay down in a comfortable place, a bath, your own bed. Go outside and sit in the grass underneath the sun, underneath the moon. Lay in your pool, close your eyes, and transition. Use something, use a physical object in your brain to transition into your subconscious and make that the goal. Because you do that, you'll get there. But first you have to have peace and trust in yourself. And I'll tell you this, If you go into that meditation, that quote unquote imagination, that thing you're imagining, and you come out with information you did not previously know, that is exactly how you know you did it correctly. That is exactly how you know you've accessed your subconscious. And I'll ask something of you. When you go into your subconscious, when you get there, when you think with passion, not emotion, when you let go of the frustrations and you have peace here, and when you get there, ask to speak to your shadow and check in with them. Because the next step after you access your subconscious is to integrate your shadow if you haven't already done this. Thank you so much for sitting in on this reading and listening to it. If you have any questions about a message from your shadow, I just posted my first tarot card reading prior to this, and it's all about a message from your shadow. So if you'd like to go over to that one and just see a good place to start there as well, after you've accessed your subconscious, feel free to. In the future, I plan on posting more shadow work readings, more subconscious readings. So feel free to like, follow, comment. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your experience on this if you've tried it and it worked for you. So thank you so much once again. I thought I was going to pull some more tarot cards, but honestly, I think that this kind of sums it up here. I just really appreciate your time and attention. If there's anything that you have, a comment, suggestion as well, please let me know below. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Hello, group 2 with the man card 28. And then my smoky quartz right here. I'm going to pull some tarot cards for you, and then we're going to check out your oracle cards after that is over, okay? So, how can group 2 access their subconscious realm? How can group 2 access their subconscious realm? Ooh. Okay. I think I already have an idea. You're definitely going to need to start with some root work. I don't know how much you know about the chakras, and I know that there's different versions of them. The westernized version is not quite all of them. But if you look at it in the 7 chakras, just simply put, the root is where everything else... The root is where you're stable. And if your root isn't taken care of, it's really hard for the rest of you to feel taken care of. So that's like, am I hungry? Am I sleepy? Am I clean? Am I warm, hot, cold? Do I have a place to stay? Like, is my root or my root things taken care of in this life? And it's also very physical. It's in your physical reality. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which is a nurturing card. Again, talking about your physical reality. I see why you got the man card. I see why you picked it. Before I even started pulling, I kind of figured it would be more in the physical realm that you're struggling in terms of how do I get to my inner self, my subconscious. It's because you're a very physical based person. So it might be a little bit more difficult for you to access spiritual and emotional realms in that way, right? I'm going to pull a few more for you. With the Queen of Pentacles, it talks about nurturing yourself. And the 10 of Pentacles talks about, it truly talks about needing stability in your physical life. Especially when it's in reversed. It's like, I am unstable. My physical surroundings are not stable enough for me to feel comfortable. With the 6 of Cups here, the 6 of Cups talks about nostalgia, looking back to your past. Now it is upright, so it may not indicate, when I see it in reverse, it does indicate emotional trauma, but in this one, when it's where it's in the normal position of upright, it's just looking back to the past emotionally. You may have been able to access your subconscious a lot better when you were younger. That's my hypothesis here is, is I think that you may need to start by connecting to your inner child, in all honesty. And I plan to do an inner child reading actually after this one. So please like and subscribe so that you can come back to my channel and check that one out, because you in particular are going to need that information, I think, unless you already know the answers, right? And you might. Woo! Okay, I was only going to grab one more card, but 3 came out. So we're gonna pull these instead, I guess. This is so funny. Let me move this out of the way and pull these up for us. Okay, okay. 7 of Cups in reverse is a card of, well, the 7 of Cups in general, it's a card of illusion. It's also a card of choices, lots of things that we can pick from. But to me, this does feel like breaking the illusion that you can't do this. You have to break the illusion that you're stuck in the physical reality that you're in. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, that's a lack of a new beginning in your physical reality. Page or Princess of Pentacles, same thing, Page. You have so many pentacles. You have literally 4 pentacles cards and 2 emotionally based cards here, okay? It is all earth and water. And your earth signs on average are kind of out of balance. It really is a message about you cannot access your subconscious realm without giving yourself a way to feel comfortable in your physical reality. Let me tell you how I access mine and why that's important. When I go in to access my subconscious realm, the first thing I have to check, first thing, number 1, am I hungry? Am I sleepy? Am I cold? Am I too hot? Do I need to take a shower? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? You have to take care of your base needs first. Am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? I don't know why I said it that many times, but maybe it was necessary. Am I safe? That is a huge, huge, huge aspect to you being able to access this part of yourself. Your physical reality is very unbalanced at this time. You need to nurture yourself. And let me tell you, it seems as if you're some sort of person, perhaps you may be one where you might be stuck in a situation that's not so great that you can't really get out of with a person or a home situation, right? Those sort of things put us in fight or flight, absolutely. But if you want to do this regardless of your physical situation, you're going to have to nurture yourself with that Queen of Pentacles here. Even if your home situation is garbage, if you have access to running water and can take a shower, do it. If you have enough food to make yourself a little snack so your stomach isn't rumbling, do it. To lay down and have this meditation, hypnosis, whatever you use to get in there, whatever you use to access this part of your brain, in order to get there, you're going to have to make yourself feel comfortable first in your physical reality, even if your physical reality isn't a comfortable one. On my channel, I like to talk about deeper and darker subjects because the world is not all light and love. It's not all dark and gloom. We live in shades of gray. And just because your physical situation is maybe not great, doesn't mean you cannot access this part of yourself. You're not barred from it, but you are going to have to do extra work to make yourself feel more comfortable in order to get there. And I would even bargain to say it's more important for someone who's in this state to access this part of themselves if they're able to, if they can emotionally and physically handle it, because it can help you get out of that stuck physical situation. You want to get out of that? Look inside. Find out why these cycles are happening, how you can get out, because the answers that you seek to your life are stuck in there. I promise you that. Let's check out your oracle cards. See what they have to say to you. Ooh, we have Spring with 11, Everything That Blossoms. I'm just going to put them on top since there's not a lot of room. Oh my goodness, we had 22 in the last, in pile 1, and there's 22 here. And healer in 11 here, my goodness. So 11 signifies new beginnings, spring, new beginnings, everything that blossoms, new, it's newness, blooming. You can get in there, healer. Listen as the medicine bleeds through her teeth, a river of mercy blessed by mother, seen only by those who hold her mirror. You're a healer. If your physical situation is keeping you from that ability, that makes a lot of sense. Healers cannot heal unless they have healed themselves fully. Let me rephrase that. Healers can heal. Let me rephrase that. Healers cannot fully heal other people without first healing themselves. Let's say it that way. Because I am a healer who has tried to heal people and has succeeded at times when my own cup was empty. That did not help me, though. It's not conducive. It doesn't work. Not fully, because at the end of the day, your cup is empty. It's like that saying, on airplanes, you have to put your mask on before you put your mask on your child or anyone else you're trying to help. You have to take care of you first. If other people are coming at you, needing your help, advice, emotionally, physically, what have you, right now the answer is no. I don't care how bad it feels. The answer is no, and you're not a bad person for saying it. You have to help yourself first. You are a healer, and you're about to have this new beginning. I think that's the other thing, is to have it, you're going to have to heal yourself. Get into your subconscious mind. Go in there. When you were younger, I think you were able to do this. I think it's time to access that inner child. It's time to access the younger parts of you. Could be inner teen, could be inner young adult, depending on how old you are, but a younger version of yourself knew how to do this. A version of yourself who wasn't stuck in the situation knew how to do this, knew how to access that part of themselves. Okay? You picked man. You picked smoky quartz. The smoky quartz is a protective stone, okay? This is a stone that you wear to protect yourself against negativity. And it's time to protect yourself. You can't protect anyone else right now. Okay? You're so stuck in your physical reality, it's hard to access this, but I think you can. I'm proud of you, and I'm thankful that you came to this reading. Please let me know in the comments below what your situation may be if you're willing to share. I completely understand if you're not. This is a hard one. But please come back and check out the next readings I'm going to be posting. I'm kind of trying to create a self-help guidebook in a way for people to come, pick their deck, and figure out kind of where they need to go in life. Because I wouldn't be as healed myself. I wouldn't be in such a good place in life right now if it hadn't been for other people posting these. And for me to go and check in with my own energy, figure out where I need to go in my life. So if this can help you, like it has helped me in the past with other people posting these, I will be so grateful, honestly. Your time is coming. Things are going in the right direction. I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for watching this. And I hope you have a wonderful day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I hope things are a little brighter when you leave this. Goodbye. Hello, pile 3, with the card stars in number 16 and the clear quartz here. I'm going to put this card up, and then I'm going to pull some tarot for us, and we'll look at your oracle cards after the fact, okay? So, how can... excuse me. How can my pile 3 access their subconscious mind? Well, I guess I'll just take whatever came out. Every deck, every pile, I guess, has gotten their own kind of number of tarot cards here. So, wow, we got some similar ones. Looky there. Okay. Ooh. This one's a little hefty. You have the Ace of Swords here, so this is a new beginning within communication, truth. Truth. Swords are all about communication, usually. They're air signs. This specific Ace of Swords in this pile, it straight up feels like you're going to have some self-truths before you can access your subconscious mind. The thing that's blocking you is your physical life, your physical reality, the root chakra in your life is imbalanced. And I'm not sure, the westernized version of the chakras is very different than, from what I understand, the Eastern version. But if you look at it in a simplified way, like the Western version is, the root takes care of your physical needs. Are you hungry? Are you sleepy? Are you cold? Are you hot? This has come up in every single pile, by the way. Taking care of your physical needs first. Before I go into any meditation or hypnosis in order to access my inner mind, my subconscious, I have to check these things off. Am I hungry? Do I have to use the restroom? Is the house cold? Is the house hot? Do I need to take a shower? Am I feeling grungy? Like, I have to take care of my own physical needs first in order to access that part of myself. If you do not take care of the root work, you cannot get there. To me, though, you have 2 tens. You have the one that includes family, by the way. This is like a family card that's out of balance. Your home life. Both of these, very big home life cards. This is more with people. This is more with like physical surroundings, right? You're going to have to come to some hard truths about what your physical situation and your situation within your family or your home life actually is. I think it's keeping you from being able to access that. And it looks like now we have the Emperor down here next to another 10. Holy crap, you have 3 tens. 3 out of the 4 tens. I mean, this is... you got a lot of things blocking you here. I didn't do this for the other piles, but I'm doing it for you. What's on the bottom of the deck? Specifically reversed is the 4 of Swords here. The 4 of Swords in reverse indicates a lack of rest. Of course you can't access your subconscious mind. You aren't even resting, really. You are in a state of fight, flight, freeze. Right? You're not resting. You're not taking the time to take care of yourself. And it's likely due to your physical surroundings. The Emperor card here, next to the 10 of Wands also. The 10 of Wands talks about burden. Carrying a lot on your back. The key word down here is literally oppression. Oppression. Now, one thing I didn't mention too, it could be your financial situation is like garbage, or it feels garbagey, right? It feels bad. When it comes to the finances in general too, we live in a very capitalistic society. Whether you like or dislike capitalism, it does cause stress. It causes an incredible amount of stress, especially when you are not someone who owns capital. And you likely aren't with this. Or if you are, it's a struggle to keep it, right? Which I definitely understand. Every single week I get a little nervous about paying my mortgage. I'm lucky enough to have a mortgage. Grateful for it. But it does make my life a little bit more stressful, right? And you can be grateful for things in your life and still be stressed out about them. You are stressing, my dude. I don't know who you are. But the Emperor too, it could just be that you're a disciplined individual. But there could also be a masculine individual in your life causing you a lot of stress. Putting a lot of burden on you, especially with these back-to-back down here together, right? You're going to have to come to some hard truths about a lot of things. With the Stars card here, the one that you picked in general, it is very similar to the Star card in Tarot when it comes from this deck. This deck is an Oracle deck, so it's a little different, but some of the cards are similar to the meanings in Tarot, and this Stars card also indicates like hope. This is a card of hope. And I didn't think about that when I said it. It just came through. I was going to say something completely different, in all honesty. I was going to say, like, recognition, but it's not about that. It's about hope. And you're going to need it with the cards that are down here. I'm going to be straight up with you. I am not someone who's here to sugarcoat anything for you. I'm just here to tell you how it is straight, right? Okay? Because how are we supposed to learn unless, we're told straight up, this is how it is. Lack of rest. You may not be in a situation where you feel like you're going to be able to fix any of this. It's going to have to come down to how bad do you want to access this part of yourself. And in my opinion, you should want it bad, because if you're in this situation, it means that accessing your subconscious, is it going to be fun and easy? No. Should you try to mentally prepare for it beforehand? Absolutely. But you have to understand it will help you get out of this situation. And it could be why it's hard to access that, because in order to access that part of yourself, you'll have to come to those hard truths first, because if you don't do it before you access your subconscious will tell you anyway. And they will tell you how it is. If you're holding on to something in your physical reality because maybe you're afraid of leaving and finding something better, whether it be a physical situation, a person, etc. Family situation, don't want to leave family because it's all I know. Don't want to leave my partner because it's all I know. Don't want to leave this house even though it's garbage and the landlord sucks because it's all I know. Right? Something worse could be out there for me. We have to stop thinking like that. When you start taking care of yourself, that's when things really start to pop off. Okay, let's look at your oracle cards here, because there's a big message of hope with this top card, which is super important with all of the hardships down here. So let's check out what your oracle cards have to say to you. Wow. Wow, look at the colors. It's almost like the same person here. Oh my gosh, the feathers and the owl. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's 27 and 28. You can't see this. Hold on. $27, $28 from two different decks. How crazy is that? My pile threes, you all are very interesting people, and I'll be honest, you wouldn't be going through this hardship. I hate when people used to tell me this too, so it might tick you off, and I'm sorry about it, but it's like you wouldn't be handed all of this if it wasn't something you could carry. Look at that. Just because you can, though, doesn't mean you should. Yeah, you can carry this. Should you? Is it worth it? Owl is a wise card. You're a smart person. On the card itself, it says, "Behold sight, and O ancient ones, for there is magic in the darkest of places if one dares to open their eyes." Opening your eyes in this case is closing them and going into your subconscious. When you close your eyes and go in there, you're opening your eyes to a whole different expansive place. Consuming art over here, express or die. Exactly. You may be an artistic person. This card likely would not have even come up for you if you weren't. And it could be writing, it could be a physical type of art, it could be dance. I don't know what it is for you. Singing, whatever, what have you, right? Gosh, just looking at these cards is killing me, because it really does. It looks like the same person. Oh my goodness. And you may look similar to that, I'm not sure, but this is just so wild to me. Consuming art, express or die. This came up recently for someone I love very much. And it talks about holding on to your emotions, holding on to the things you need to let go of, and not expressing them in general. And a way for you to be able to let go of some of this that you're holding on to so desperately, a way to do this is through your art. Write about it, sing about it, dance about it, draw about it, create. Let some of it go in your art. Allow yourself to get there. I think if you start there, start with your art. Because I know it's hard to let go of a lot of things, trust me. Especially when it's something that you so desperately want but may not be very good for you. Or a situation where you feel like there is no way out. Even if you wanted to go, there's no way to go, where to go, right? Wrong. You just don't see it right now. One other thing with the owl here, it talks about using your voice. Your voice is also your art. The world needs whatever you create. Needs it. Your story is important. It's necessary, really, truly, to share it. Without sharing it, you are depriving the world of your knowledge because you are a very wise person. You may not feel it, and other people in your life may have made you feel like you aren't. Or maybe your physical circumstances maybe made you feel like that. Don't believe it. You are a very smart person, creative person, and the world needs more people like you to share their story, to let other people that they aren't alone. Let them know that they aren't alone. Let them know. Take the time to rest if you can. If you can find a quiet moment at any point in your day, if you can find a way to escape outside, take a bath, take a nap, anything, and set the intention with, I'm going to wake up from this, I'm going to come out of this experience a whole new person, and I'm going to find a way to know the truth. I'm no longer blocking myself from it. That's the way into your subconscious right there. That's the way to begin it. There is hope, okay? Thank you so much for listening, watching. More people need to be like you in a lot of ways, whether you realize it or not. But you're going to have to take the steps to get there, okay? If you would like to comment your story below, what you've been going through, if you'd like to, please feel free if you want to use that as your first method of reaching out to the world. Just a little thing, feel free. I would love to read it. I will happily respond to it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about how I do my readings or what you'd like to see in the future, or a reading in particular you'd like me to do in the future, please let me know. The next one I personally have in mind is an inner child reading. So if you'd like to stick around, subscribe, and see when I post that one, please feel free to. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Thank you again, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.